So, good morning, Mr. Kasun, who is the Senior Marketing and Sales Senior Executive at Toyota Lanka Private Limited. So, thank you for taking time to speak with me today. So, to start the first question, could you share your perspective of the current state of electric and hybrid vehicle adaptation in Sri Lanka?
Perspective of the current status. Well, good morning. It's my pleasure. The Sri Lankan market, in my view, is still very much in traditional phase when it comes to electrified vehicles. Hybrids have established a very strong presence, mainly because they offer a balance between affordability, reliability, and fuel savings. Toyota hybrids like the Aqua Prius are household names here, especially in the used car segment. And people trust them because they have been on the roads for over a decade with very few major issues. Electric vehicles, on other hand, are still niche, and according to the Department of Motor Traffic's 2004, I think 2024 figures. Hybrids make up more than 40 of new registrations. While EVs are below 5%, that gap tells us a lot.
Okay. So, let's come to my next question.
Okay.
So, that's very clear from Toyota Lanka's perspective. So, how you seen customer demand evolve over the past decade?
The charge has been very interesting. If we go back 10 years, many Sri Lankan customers were hesitant about hybrid. They worried about whether the battery would die after a few years of if maintenance would be too expensive. Fast forward to today, and the narrative is completely different. Hybrids are trusted and even perfect over conventional petrol vehicles because people now recognize in the long-term savings. In fact, some families will especially ask for a Toyota hybrid because they have heard from relatives or neighbors about lower fuel bills and fewer repairs. And on other hand, EV attracted a lot of curiosity. People ask question about BYD or Tesla.
BYD.
And that competitors, but when it comes to putting money down, the majority is still optional for the hybrids.
Okay. So, Mr. Kasun, what would you say are the main challenges preventing EVs from really taking off in Sri Lanka?
There are several. The first of and the most obvious one is the lack of proper charging infrastructure. According to the Sri Lankan Sustainable Energy Authority, we have fewer than 100 functioning charging points across the country, and the most of them are in urban centers. Then that's nowhere near enough. Second, our power supply is not very reliable. We still face power cuts, and many customers ask us if I can charge my phone during a blackout. How will I charge my car? That's the real concern.
Yeah.
Third, the initial cost of EVs is very high because of duties and taxes. And finally, government policy has been inconsistent. Over the past 5 years, duties on hybrids and EVs have changed multiple times. This creates uncertainty for both customers and investors. Together, these challenges hold back EV adaptation.
Okay. So, given those issues, how does Toyota Lanka position itself strategically, especially since you don't currently offer EVs here?
Yeah. That's a very good question. At Toyota Lanka, we focus on what works best for our customers today. Our strategy is emphasize the reliability of hybrids, which have been part of Toyota's global success for more than 2 decades. We highlighted how hybrid save us up to 30-40 on fuel percentage, reduce emissions, and still provide the convenience of a petrol backup. We also provide strong after sales support. Our service centers are equipped with hybrid trained technicians, and we offer warranty programs for batteries. While companies like BYD brings EVs and try to attract early adapters, we focus on building customers confidence with technology that is already proven in Sri Lanka. Globally, Toyota has EVs and even hydrogen modules, but locally, hybrids are the most sensible step forward until the market matures.
Yeah, okay. So, Mr. Kasun, such competitors, such BYD are already introducing EVs here, right? So, how do you view their presence in the market? It's it strategically how you face this?
Competition is always healthy.
Yeah.
Brands like BYD and MG have made EVs more visible in Sri Lanka. They generate buzz and people start thinking about electrified vehicles more seriously. But there's difference between curiosity and the confidence. Many customers walk into our showroom and say, "We looked at a BYD, but we are still unsure about the battery life and the resale value."
Resale value.
That's where Toyota has that edge. According to the Auto Lanka market report of 2024, Toyota hybrids retain almost 50% of their value after 5 years, while EVs depreciate more quickly due to the uncertainty about battery replacement. So yes, EV brands are competitors, but in practice, their presence often strengthen Toyota position because customers end up choosing the safer hybrid position.
Okay, Kasun. So that's interesting. So speaking of batteries, many people worry about replacement cost. So how do hybrid compare to EVs on this point?
This is one of the most common question we get. Hybrid batteries are relatively smaller and more affordable to replace. On average, they last 8 to 10 years, and we provide warranties and replacement programs. Customers know exactly what they have getting. EV batteries, on the other hand, are very large and very expensive. In some cases, replacing an EV batteries can cost 30 to 40% of their car's total value. So, the International Energy Agency highlighted this in their 2023 report for our Sri Lankan buyers that a huge financial risk, especially since resale value is uncertain.
Okay.
With hybrids, customers can enjoy fuel efficiency and lower emissions without facing the fear of battery replacement costing millions of rupees. That's it.
Okay. So government often plays a major role in EV adaptation. So how important do you think is there?
It's absolutely critical. If we look at countries like India or Thailand, their EV success stories are built on government action, tax incentives, subsidies, and infrastructure investment. In Sri Lanka, unfortunately, the approach has been inconsistent. Sometimes EV get duty concessions, then suddenly policies change and the taxes goes up. This back and forth discourage both customers and provide companies from investing in the sector. What we really need is the long-term stable policy framework, something that outlines import duties, charging network plans, and after sales support. Without that, adoption will continue to be slow.
Okay. So, Mr. Kasun, do you think Sri Lanka is ready for full transition to EVs anytime soon?
Honestly, no, not yet. Successful transition requires affordability, reliable electricity, and nationwide charging availability. Right now, Sri Lanka doesn't have those conditions. EVs are still too costly for most people. Charging stations are too few, and power cuts are common. Hybrids are the more realistic solution at this stage. They cut fuel use significantly while giving people a taste of electrified mobility. Over a time, as the infrastructure develops, the country can move forward EVs. But today, a full transition would be premature.
Sure. That lead me to my next question. So, what role do hybrids plays as a bridge technology?
Mm, Hybrids are the perfect bridge. They introduce customers to electrifications without repairing any lifestyle change. There's no need for charging station. Customers enjoy 30% or more fuel savings and lower emissions. Today's the Global Sustainability Report in 2023 highlighted that the hybrids reduce greenhouse gases while building customers' trust in electrified technology. In Sri Lanka, this makes perfect sense. Hybrids reduce fuel imports, which helps our economy, and they have also prepared the ground for the EVs by getting people use of greener mobility.
Mhm.
So they are win-win situation for both environment and the customer
Okay.
and the consumer.
Okay. So, how does consumer education affect the adaptation of these technologies?
Mm,
As your opinion?
Education is everything of
Yeah.
in the early years, people thought hybrids needed to be plugged in, which was incorrect. Others thought the batteries would fail within a few years. We had conducted awareness sessions, let people test drive hybrids, and they even explain how the battery self-charge. Once customers experience the car, they see the difference in fuel bills and performance. The same applies to EVs. Right now, myths and fears still dominate. People think EV batteries will die in 2 years, or they worry about the charging during power cuts. So, part of our role as an industry is to keep educating and building trust and clarifying the things. Those are the milestones.
Okay. So, Mr. Kasun, which customer segment in Sri Lanka are the most interesting in hybrid and EVs, as your opinion?
You mean segment in Sri Lanka the most interested hybrids? Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. We see strong demand from middle and upper income professionals, especially in Colombo and Kandy. They value both savings and environmental responsibility. Fleet operators like taxi services are also adopting hybrids because they reduce running costs. EVs tend to attract younger, tech-savvy industrial who is innovation. But due to high upfront prices, their adoption is limited to a niche audience. Hybrids, on the other hand, appeal to a much wider market because they are both affordable and practical.
Yeah. So, how do fuel prices fluctuation affect the demand for these vehicles?
Fuel prices are one of the strongest motivators. Each time petrol or diesel goes up, we see a clear surge in hybrid inquiries. For example, after the 2022 fuel hike, our sales team recorded a 35% of increase in customer interest for hybrids. EVs also benefit in the theory, but since they are expensive and lack charging support, many people don't go to with those purchases. Hybrids offer immediate relief. They lower fuel bill without requiring lifestyle changes. That's why they are the more popular choice during fuel price spikes.
Okay, so Toyota has a global electrification strategy. So how does that influence what you do here in Sri Lanka?
Toyota global strategy is called the multi-path approach. Instead of betting only on EVs, Toyota develops hybrid plugs in hybrids, EVs, and even hydrogen fuel cells vehicles.
Okay.
This allows us to adopt the readiness of each market. For Sri Lanka, hybrid market the most sense right now, so that's our focus. But globally, Toyota is already launching EVs like the BZ series and even hydrogen projects. So once Sri Lanka has the infrastructure, Toyota Lanka will be ready to introduce those modules too. This flexibility keep us aligned with the global sustainability visions while also being realistic about local conditions.
Okay, in your opinion, so how do environmental and social concern influence customer decision today?
Environmental awareness is definitely growing. Customers, especially the younger generation, now think about their carbon footprint. They want to save fuel but also do something positive for the environment. Sri Lanka has also committed to the Paris Agreement, which means reducing greenhouse gas emissions. While cost savings remain the main driver, more customers are motivated by environmental responsibility. Hybrids are appealing here because they tick both boxes: lower fuel bills and the lower emissions. EVs are seen as a ultimate green solutions, but until barriers are resolved, hybrids are the practical step.
Okay, Kasun. Finally, I want to. So, could you share Toyota Lanka's long-term vision for electrified mobility in Sri Lanka?
Our vision is very clear. We want to lead Sri Lanka's traditional to sustainable mobility. In the short term, that's mean continuing to champion hybrids because they have the most practical and affordable choice. In the medium term, as infrastructure as a policy framework improve, we'll be ready to introduce Toyota's EVs here. And in the long run, we want to align with Sri Lanka borders global of reducing emissions, lowering fuel imports, and building greener economy. Today, Sri Lanka is always focused on practical, reliable solutions that support our customers while helping the country move toward sustainable future.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Kasun. So we are gonna end in our conversation. So thank you for the coming and thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much.